Hey everyone, it's Daniel and Guy again, Ferro, Staub at Keller Williams Realty. Today we want to talk about the 7 steps of buying a home, but before we do that, why don't we hear from our sponsor?
Quick word from our sponsor.
Who is it this week?
Today's sponsor is Reebok Footwear. We used to have Iverson, now we have CrossFit. Reebok.
Thank you to Reebok. All right, so the 7 steps of buying a home. So let's say that you are finally tired of renting and you are ready to make a move and you're wondering, all right, how do I get started? We went through and made up a list, and it may be a little different than what you've heard, but this is the way I would personally recommend someone do this. Number 1, I'd choose an agent. I would ask your friends and family and see who's had a great experience with an agent. Then you're going to want to get 2 or 3 names and verify those online. I would start with doing that first and hiring an agent rather than going to a lender, simply because a lot of times agents are going to be able to steer you to a good lender.
Mm-hmm. So that kind of walks into step number 2, which is finding a lender. And going off what Daniel said, you can do either or, and sometimes, I'd say it's rare, sometimes people come to us, clients come to us and they already have a lender. But 9 times out of 10, and the reason that we put agent first is because your agent is going to have relationships with lenders, and they're going to be able to recommend people, maybe answer some questions on, maybe answer some questions first that you have before you contact that lender, and it helps you and it saves you a little bit more time in that process.
Yeah, in general, lenders tend to have about the same rates. And that has been my experience. So a lot of it's about customer service.
Yeah, customer service is huge. And that's really the biggest thing.
Yeah, and so I would say that you can do those in either order, but I would say choose an agent.
Yep.
And then ask your agent about a few good lenders.
Yep. They're going to give you probably 3. I mean, you don't want to give them too many, but 2 to 3 that they've got good relationships with. And yeah, rates are probably going to be the same. Closing costs will vary, and then really the most important thing is, just like when you're picking out an agent, you want somebody you trust. Lenders, the same thing. You want somebody that you trust. It's got good customer client service.
Yeah. Number 3, look at houses. So the way I normally do this is I set my clients up on an automatic feed from the MLS. The MLS is like a backdoor website that has all the homes listed in Chattanooga on it. And I have them set up on a feed so that as soon as something gets listed, they'll get an email that morning. And then
they get an email as soon as it's listed.
Right, I said that morning. I don't know why.
If an agent lists at midnight, you're getting that email at 12:01.
Right.
You're going to beat Zillow. Zillow's not going to get it until probably 12:15, 12:30.
Yeah, and then I ask my clients, I say, look, we've got you on this feed. Every house you could possibly want is going to be in this feed because we've taken out homes with, for example, only 1 bathroom. We've taken out homes that are over $500,000.
Yeah.
We've tried to narrow it down to areas and characteristics that you like. So when one pops through, shoot me a text or respond to my email, and let's go immediately. Mm-hmm. And if I can't go, Guy can go.
Mm-hmm.
You can. So that's kind of how I tend to show homes is try to do it the same day something is listed. You kind of have to now.
Yeah. No. Right. Yeah. The market right now, you have to go. A lot of agents are even putting in their agent notes. Offers aren't going to be reviewed until X day.
Yeah.
At whatever time. Crazy. Next thing you're going to do is negotiate, and it's the fun part. That's why you have a real estate agent, is because of all of them, but mostly because of this one. You are going to sit down, you're going to pull comps, you're going to strategize, you're going to discuss the offer, earnest money, closing costs, inspection period, financing contingency, appraisal contingency. We're going to go through all of that. We're going to make sure that you understand it. And you're going to submit an offer. If it's acceptable, they're going to accept it and send it back, and then you're going to go binding, and you're going to be under contract to purchase a home. Or they're going to send back a counter, and you can have as many counters as you desire.
What's your record for counters?
I think 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Today, these days, there's hardly ever any.
No.
There's 2 or 3 maybe, but I remember before the market became a seller's market, we would see 5, 6, 7 counters back and forth because their buyers were less concerned about someone else swooping in and grabbing the house.
No, that's the last 8 months, it's just been totally different.
Yeah.
And before that, you had time to counter. You really don't now. You have to go in with if you're a buyer, you got to go in with a strong offer and probably be prepared to accept their counter.
Yeah.
If it's,
Yeah.